Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be talking about the upcoming Pokemon Blastoise. So Blastoise has been heavily anticipated since the beta, and he will be the next Defender Pokemon to be released. I think Blastoise will be a much needed addition to the Pokemon Unite roster to allow for a different Defender playstyle. I'll be going over his abilities and then stating my opinions comparing Blastoise to the other Defenders. So without further ado, let's get started. At the beginning, you'll be using Squirtle, then evolving to Wartortle at level 5, and then finally Blastoise at level 9. This evolution path is pretty standard, it just means that you won't be able to use Blastoise for the first Dreadnought fight, meaning you will be less tanky, so it's best to play safer with your range attacks. Moving on, we have Blastoise passive. When Blastoise is below 50% HP, it gains attack and special attack, meaning Blastoise could be a Pokemon that scales with both attack and special attack. This also defines Blastoise as a defender that will be heavy in damage. Combined with the fact that Blastoise is a range Pokemon, you can expect a lot of poke damage from him. Next, we have Blastoise basic attack, Water Gun. You can pick this ability at level 1 or level 3. This move shoots water at the enemy and decreases their move speed. Furthermore, it also shoves the opposing Pokemon and stuns them. It's great for poking on lane and contesting camps in the early game. The next ability is Skull Bash. You can also choose to unlock this ability at level 1 or level 3. This move rams the enemy and stuns them, pretty much another crowd control ability that's great for engaging in the early game skirmishes. You can also use it as a free dash to escape instead, offering even more utility. Moving on, we have Hydro Pump. This ability is unlocked at level 5 and is a direct upgrade to Water Gun. This move shoots a stream of water at the enemy and knocking them back and stunning the furthest enemy. Great for poking in teamfights and setting up engages. The other option to upgrade at level 5 is Water Spout. You can choose to upgrade Water Gun to Water Spout instead of Hydro Pump. This move shoots an AoE field at the target location to slow the move speed of the enemies, very similar to Venusaur's Sludge Bomb. It's great for zoning and controlling the team fight. At level 7, we have the option of upgrading Skull Bash to Surf. This move allows Blastoise to charge forward on a wave and shoving all enemies hit and stunning them. Similar to Slowbro's Surf, but I believe Blastoise only hit one time, but the range is much longer. The utility of this move is really amazing because it can be used for long range engage or escape. Then the other level 7 option is Rapid Spin. This ability allows Blastoise to retract into its shell and spins while increasing your basic attack and your spraying abilities like your Hydro Pump. This move is practically a buff that allows you to do more damage, excellent for players who enjoy a more carry playstyle. Finally, we have Blastoise's Unite move, Hydro Typhoon. This ability is unlocked at level 9. The move spouts water to attack while spinning and throwing all enemies within the AoE, and it also gives Blastoise a shield while doing it. Essentially, it offers a great amount of crowd control and makes Blastoise tankier. Combined with Buddy Barrier, Blastoise will be a very strong tank. I can imagine this ability being really strong around objectives, as the enemies will be more grouped and you can get insane value out the damage and the AoE crowd control. Overall, Blastoise is an excellent defender that offers immense amount of crowd control. Both of his abilities and his Unite move has crazy crowd control. I can already imagine that Blastoise being a complete menace in the front line, dealing damage and disrupting the enemy. Now let's compare Blastoise to the other defenders in the game. First, we have Crustle. So Crustle's playstyles lean towards more damage while offering some defensive options. Blastoise can also run a heavy damage playstyle, and since Blastoise is range, it will be easier to dish out the damage and be safer at the same time. In terms of crowd control, Blastoise is just miles ahead of Crustle, and the defensive options from both defenders seems to be similar since Crustle and Blastoise both shield themselves while using their Unite move. Overall, Blastoise just offers more crowd control than Crustle while also providing decent range damage. Next, we have Slowbro. So Slowbro is notorious for providing a huge amount of crowd control because both of its ability and its Unite move can lock down the enemy. In terms of damage, however, Slowbro is definitely lacking, while Blastoise can also provide the same amount of crowd control from its abilities and Unite move. In addition, Blastoise can dish out more damage. In terms of defensive capability, Blastoise can shield itself while using a Unite move, while Slowbro doesn't really have anything besides using Amnesia to survive, but if that's the case, then Slowbro also loses in terms of the crowd control. Overall, Blastoise just feels more versatile in terms of damage, survivability, and crowd control compared to Slowbro. Finally, we have the King of Defenders, Snorlax. So Snorlax has been taking over the meta because it can survive for 1 billion years in teamfights while offering decent damage and strong crowd control. In terms of damage, Snorlax has a bit of burst damage that's extremely strong in the early game, but doesn't really scale for the late game. So Blastoise will end up doing more damage than Snorlax because Snorlax block and Yawn doesn't really offer any damage. Comparing crowd control, I think Snorlax has more consistent crowd control because Heavy Slam and Block are abilities that are very simple to execute, whilst Blastoise must land the Surf and the Hydro Pump to get the crowd control. Now it comes down to survivability. This one, Snorlax will win quite handily. Snorlax's block allow it to tank damage for a very long time. Combined with its high HP, it can take a lot of damage and pretty much unable to die. Furthermore, if Snorlax is about to die, it can simply use its Unite move and be fully healed again, meaning you have to try to kill the Snorlax once again. With the addition of Buddy Barrier, killing a Snorlax in the late game is extremely difficult and not many teams can pull it off unless you guys all dump your damage on him at the same time. I think Blastoise is simply not as tanky as Snorlax, but Blastoise can do a lot more damage. Alright, that will be the end of the review. Here's the costume of Blastoise for those who are interested. And I just want to say that nothing is set in stone. I don't know much about Blastoise aside from the information I found online, so it's all just speculations and opinions at the moment. I'll be making a guide for Blastoise when it's officially released. But for now, just thanks for watching the video. If you like it, then definitely drop a thumbs up. It will help the channel grow. And good luck guys, bye for now.